Public lands are uniquely American, and today they need our help. A lot of people don't know or understand the value of public lands, the value for their families, for their communities, for their economy. Whether they get to visit this place or not, their life is strongly connected and dependent on public lands. Our water, our clean air come from public lands. We need public lands to survive. When I was a kid, I had a recurring dream of having an African lion living in my backyard. I grew up in central Mexico, and when my brother and I were kids, a master's degree was the least level of education that was discussed at our home. And we always thought that we would be scientists. When I was growing up, there used to be a small zoo, one of these zoos that have concrete and wire exhibits. And there was an African lion there. So when I was a kid, I used to go see this big cat. And then some mornings, you could hear the lion roaring. So it was in my dreams, it was in my real life. I could hear the roaring. I grew up thinking about cats. And my personal life took a path that was somehow led by cats, but at the same time, it was shaped by science. As a conservation scientist, I study the species that use open lands on both sides of the US-Mexico border. A lot of people think that deserts are barren lands, and in the case of the Sonoran Desert, nothing could be farther from the truth. The Sky Islands are a beautiful region with grasslands and mountains and valleys and rivers that connects with very wild remote lands in northern Mexico. All of those different lands come together as the stepping stones for migratory species to be able to complete their migration patterns. So there is a lot of value of these public lands along our borderland because these are the places that are the connections and the bridges. And we get to see them and we get to experience them. People have said that their most spiritual time is in nature. So I come here to be connected, to learn, and to find myself. Those kinds of feelings are very difficult to find if we don't come to public lands to enjoy these protected areas. And when people connect that way, that's when we reach a critical point of understanding the public lands are more than a bank account. The public lands are more than just how much profit we can make out of this land. That our lives are connected to these species and these places, and that our lives present and past were part of these cycles. And by having public lands, our children will be part of these cycles too. We're connecting our own generations with each other just by spending time in nature.